this feeling of home, this feeling of being able to be ourselves, to be seen, to be heard, to be accepted, that feeling of being safe. We all want that. But there are so many people that are terrified of that. They want it. Their soul is crying out of it, but they cut themselves off from it because they're scared of further pain. So it's kind of like, it doesn't make sense, because you have to have that heart open in order for that heart to receive. If there's barriers in front and that heart is closed down, you will never get that which you seek or that which will heal you. So I came back and I just sat with words, and these were the words that were wrote. They might mean something, they might not, but I'm putting them out there because I like to share, and then I will go into the cards. So I wrote, love is eternal. That was the first thing that they said to me. And then I sat with love. Love sat with me. I held love's space and love held me. I looked at love and love looked back. I spoke to love. Love listened. Love spoke. I listened. I felt love. Love felt me. I asked love to release me. Love kindly let me go. I walked away with love from love, and love was what remained. Infinite. This is it. Love never ever goes. Our attachment, our stories to it. But love is what we are. Love is where we come from, and love is where we will go back to. But we have to let it in, and we've got so much attachment to how it's meant to be and how the movies say it is and everything. But even in this moment, I want to say to you, drop in your heart, okay, whether you're pissed off, whether you're hurting, whether this moon's got you absolutely crazy or whatever, and think of a time that you felt that pure love with no conditions, no attachments, nothing. We often see it when we see little children, or we see puppies or something like that, and we feel it and we smile. Nature can do that. I stood in nature the other day and I was like, God, I haven't smiled this hard. It was everything. It was the smells. It was everything that was there. All of the senses were turned on, and when all of our senses are turned on, then whatever we feel is sense. Whatever we speak is sense. But when our senses are blocked, like our sensory, being is blocked, we cannot experience that level and that depth of pretty much devotion, because that's what it is. We don't have to go into temples and pray for 20 hours, to be devoted. We don't have to be there to feel love. We can feel it in any single moment. And what we've got to do is put our senses on, turn the mind off, and drop into our heart. And that's what it is. And eventually our mind will follow. And this is when we start to talk about the heart-mind coherence. Joe Dispenza teaches this beautifully, that when the heart and the mind are in unison, boom, that is when magic happens. That's when we can create anything that we want. So please try and find that love today, even in the messiness, even in whatever you're feeling. Picture a time when you felt that and start to believe again. Because if you felt that once, you can feel that again. Okay? Look at ways where you've blocked yourself off to it. What barriers are there? What limits have you put on yourself to not feel that? Why are them limits there? Is it because fear of getting hurt? Is it because fear of vulnerability? What is it? What is the fear coming from? Because wherever that fear is, I want to say to you, do the opposite. If that fear says, I'm scared of getting hurt, be open to be hurt. Because if you're hurt, that means that you're loving something. So we've got to look at our fears. We've got to look at them and see that they can teach us what it is that we truly want now, what our soul wants. But that fear steps in the way. You know what they say, when fear knocked on the door, faith went to answer it, and there was no one there. Our fears are not real. Our fears are linked to our past stories. We're only ever born with two fears: loud noises and bangs. Okay? Everything else is something we've experienced. And then we use that fear to keep us safe when really that is keeping us suffocated. So it's like, have the courage to push past your fears. This is what this moon is about. And if you're doing it, great. It is going to support you and you're going to be pushed forward and propelled. And so many possibilities are opened. If you're not, it's going to hurt. It's going to sting. That thing that you're trying to stop yourself from feeling, you're going to get it, because there is no hiding from this Pisces moon. And like I say, Saturn's there as well. You know, Saturn is the harsh teacher, but he comes from a place of love because he knows what you're meant to be. It's like the Hades Persephone story, you know. He showed her the darkness of the world and, you know, and all the horrors of the world, because he knew that she couldn't become what she was meant to be if she lived this little innocent life. I relate to that story so much. The pain that I've experienced is what has got me to my understanding now. So that pain, that was the biggest gift I got from people. So many people in my life that I've, you know, that have caused me pain. I am so grateful because, you know, that got me to an understanding of where I've got to be. It propelled me. You know, it was like giving me steroids, you know, in my spiritual journey and understanding. And then that allows me to pass that wisdom on. Wisdom only comes from experience, you know. So, scared of getting hurt again? The ego is. The soul isn't, because the soul knows, you know, and once you've experienced pain on that level, then it kind of toughens you up a bit, but also softens you. And I can tell you now, so many people that I know, the people who you see who get it, who just live through life and love through life, they are the people that have had so much pain. As I said, I had this journey on Saturday and Monday, and I came home. There was a lot to contemplate, you know. I was just allowing it to pass through, and I got a phone call from my friend who I lived in Brazil with, and instantly just, they're there. They're just, this person lives in love. This person has had so many bad things happen to their life. Their mother took their own life. They, you know, so many things. This person ended up in prison not that long ago, you know, and in the prison had everybody meditating and doing Wim Hof breathing, because they live in love at all times and anything is possible, you know. So straight away plans were being made. It was like, right, okay, we're on the same frequency, boom, boom, boom. This is it. This is what we're going to do. And I believe in them plans, because when you have that open heart and you're open to anything, then anything can happen. Okay. So, right, I've pulled some cards about this moon and I want to see what it's in. Oh yeah, look at that. That trip. What a crazy trip this is as well. And that's what life is. It's a crazy trip, man. You know, we start to enjoy the ride, because otherwise it's like, you know, there's no fun at the fair. You know, and everybody goes, life isn't fair. And it's like, life is life. You know, that's it. It's not meant to be fair. It's meant to teach you. It's meant to learn you. You know, I feel life has dealt me some low blows, but them low blows have led to my high highs, you know. So that's it. That's the roller coaster. It's got to go like that. That's the thrill of it all. So what the cards are saying here is that this moon is about untangling, okay? Untangling. Find that thread in that ball of mess that is currently in front of you, and start to unravel it and unravel it and unravel it and unravel it, okay? I guarantee that ball of mess is not just your doing. There will be other people's energies in that ball of mess, which will be causing that mess, okay? What they're saying here is this is a time to collaborate with people, okay? Collaborate. Everything within our life, this isn't just in work. We need to collaborate. We need to connect. We need to create, okay? And this is here. It's almost like, right, okay, the lights are turning. It's like, on your marks, get set, go. So I love this. And it's like, it's all of the selves, you know, this even collaborating with ourselves, collaborating with our inner child, they're showing me, which is so beautiful, collaborating with the person we are now, and collaborating with our higher self. Okay. Can we incorporate them all together? Can we bring that in? Never showed me that before. That's absolutely beautiful what they're saying here. Because this is where we weave the story and the tapestry of our lives. This is what they want us to do. And they want us to create. And I'm getting this, and this is like, whoa, the feelings I'm getting as I'm reading this here. It's they want us to like almost take a hop, skip, and a jump. That's it. You know, it's got to be, it's got to be freedom. Because if we don't do it this time, it's going to come round again. It's going to come round again. It's like, you know, if we're not taking the lessons, it's like being in a revolving door. You know, you're in a revolving door and it's going round again, round again, round again. But you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So what this is saying is this is a time to, you know, to realize, right, what is it I want? How can I get that? What is in the way? Get out of that. Who is in the way? Get out of that. And then, you know, even if this is the self, because 9 times out of 10, it's us in our own way. We are choosing, you know, other people can put demands and whatever on us, but ultimately we choose. As I said, you know, we're autonomous here. So what is in the way of our freedom and our present is us, you know, it's us. And this is a time for healing that. When we have this connection to spirit, when we can actually almost develop our clairvoyance and see the future, you know, people say, you know, when I believe it when I see it. It's no see, believe it, and then you will see it. And this is it, when you have ultimate faith in the universe. You know, I do. I have ultimate faith in spirit. Even at times when it gets hard, I know, what is this teaching me? Where are you taking me? Because I know it's somewhere that I could not think with my logical mind. And this moon wants to, it's almost like it wants to pour inspiration to us, okay? Pour this knowledge and this wisdom. And it's like saying, please listen for things, okay? See the signs. All of this, have faith. This isn't so much about speaking, it's seeing, it's hearing, it's noticing, it's allowing them senses to be turned on and tuned in again. There is so much healing energy coming through with this, like so much. Honestly, I could literally cry when I'm reading this, not out of any sadness, out of the sheer emotion that is coming through with this and the changes that we are going to encounter. But the thing is, it wants us to drop our baggage. We cannot carry the baggage. It's too heavy. You know, we cannot do that. I mean, look at these cards. You know, this is me just saying, there you go. You know, that is what it looks like when you're carrying all the baggage from the past. You know, it's heavy. It's heavy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. We're drab. We're not ourselves. And when we learn the lessons, look at what we get. You know, that is it. Look at the smile there. That's what we realize. That's when we get to enlightenment. And that's really made me think I want to share something with you, if that's okay, when I've just seen that card come out. And this just makes me smile so much. This was, as I said the other day, I come back from the journey and I got a call from my friend. And that was on the phone. I mean, can you see that? You know, just pure laughter, pure joy. And that's what this is saying. So what is getting in the way of our joy and our enlightenment? Because when we talk about enlightenment, it's not just that we shine brighter, it's that we lighten our load. That which we've been carrying. If we're carrying that stuff on our back, we're going to be looking at the floor. We're going to be looking at lower vibrational stuff. When we then take that off, that's when we can stand tall. That's when we can walk tall. And that's what this Pisces moon is wanting us to do. We don't have to go to ashrams. We don't have to go to that to find God. We just realize that we are it. And then we see the humor in that as well. So this is how life is. I'm loving this. I'm really, really loving this. And this is what this Pisces moon wants us to do. It wants us to see the opposite side, whatever we're feeling. Look at the opposite side, because this is the, the polarity. There's always two sides. It's like the yin yang. Has anybody seen the image? I think I've got it saved. Blew my mind, this, like literally blew my mind. And I'm not really a physics person. I don't get that kind of stuff. People try and explain it to me and I don't really understand it. I do, but I don't in the physical terms. So they have been doing studies on like quantum physics and quantum entanglement, okay? Which, I believe that's what love is, quantum entanglement, And when they've actually done the holographic reconstruction of it, look at the shape of it. It's actually the yin yang. Now, what blows my mind about that is this has just been discovered. How the hell do we have that symbol for that unity, that masculine, feminine, that quantum entanglement that has been around for years from, I think it was like ancient China? How did they know that looked like that? And scientists now have only just discovered that, I don't know, but that proves to me that there is something more. And we aren't the ones that have the knowledge yet. We aren't. There is so much more when we connect. So if you are sitting feeling down now, if you're feeling empty, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like something has eluded you, if you're feeling down in the dumps, if you're feeling locked out of life, if you're feeling you haven't been invited to the party or whatever, okay? I want to say to you here, look at what seeds have been planted within you that could be causing this. Because when I'm looking at this, it's the seeds that have been planted. And like I say, look out between now and 23rd of September. There are going to be a lot of seeds planted in our minds, but it's whether we want to water them or nurture them or whatever. Because the seed needs that. It needs us to nurture it in order for it to grow. And what I feel with this is, this could be things people have said to us in the past. All of our trauma stems from either words or